Hello everyone, Philip here again. Also here with Dania. We're gonna continue working with the Riva. Right? Nice to see you people. Moving the head sideways, up and down, circling the head, both sides, and circling the arm. The other arm. Hips. All right, everyone, dropping on the floor. Losing the hips, counting to 10. And bridge people 10 times each side. And hip escaping everyone. 10 times each side, people. Sitting up, elevating the hip over your heel. Keep your hips as low as possible, people, without using the hands. 5 times each side. Now, both feet pointing to the right. I lean back, switch my feet, point them to the left, just switching side to the side. Okay, you can do this fast, you can do this slowly. Okay, up to you. 5 times each side, everyone. Rolling back and forth over the shoulder, backwards, forward. 5 times each side, everyone. Rolling sideways, people, also over the shoulder. 5 times each side. And last but not least, technical stand up, using the hand and the foot that you have on the floor for some different sides. Okay, people, left foot, right hand. Hip up, foot behind the hand, stand up in base. I stay in base, bring the hand back, push the leg through, switch my sides, do the same thing. Hip up, always looking forward. Foot behind my hand, stand up in base, bring the same hand back, push the leg through, 5 times each side of one, and then we can start with the partner drills. Let's go. All right, people, just repeating yesterday's drill. Okay, I'm gonna go to the single leg. If you guys need more details regarding this drill that we're doing, just check out the video that we posted yesterday, the video before that. I explained this with more details. I'm here just pushing my right leg through her, between her legs, bringing myself up. If I'm pushing my right leg through, I'm grabbing her leg with my left arm, okay? Making sure that I have the other hand free here on the mat, the right hand and the left foot, and I'm gonna connect myself to her leg. And I'm always here with my ear on her leg, on the inside part, never on the outside, otherwise there's the risk of guillotine. I want to be with my head in, looking forward, never looking down, okay? I'm gonna bring myself down, do the same thing to the other side. Left leg goes through, I wrap her leg with my right arm. From here, left hand is on the floor, right foot is on the floor, connected to the leg, looking forward. Bring myself down, same thing to the other side, pushing the leg through, connecting myself for the single leg. Bring myself back, same thing on the other side. Make sure that you're really connected to your partner's leg, okay? Always here, one side, and the other side. All right? Again, people, if you need more details, just check out yesterday's class. You guys are gonna see, find everything you need over there. 2 minutes when I be on top, then you guys switch, whoever's on the bottom get on top. Okay, people, we're gonna work with a sequence right now, and it's basically a combination of the positions that we've been doing so far. So basically the idea is that we're going to react with our opponent's defenses as well, okay? Because we're always like in this back and forth. So we're gonna start from the Riva, so situation that Dania is here defending against my guard. So I have my foot around her leg, I'm controlling her ankle, the other foot on her other leg, and I'm controlling her sleeve. Pay attention, people, your elbow close to your hip here on the floor. Alright, so here guys, I'm going to do the first sweep that we tried. Situation that I push her leg away and I sit. As I try to switch the hands, she breaks the grip, and then I'm going to switch for the single leg that we saw yesterday. Okay? As I go for the single leg, people, a lot of the times what we're going to see is our opponent pushing us back with the knee on the chest. As this happens, I sit back and set my de la Riva. As soon as I have the de la Riva in place, she's gonna try to push my leg. I'm gonna control her sleeve and we're gonna start all over. I'm gonna keep her sleeve controlled. I'm gonna push her leg. Sitting up, try to switch the sleeve, she breaks. I switch for the single leg, she pushes me back. I place the de la Riva, control her sleeve, push her away, switch here for the single leg, she pushes me back, control her sleeve back, set the de la Riva, and we're just gonna be playing with each other like this. Alright, so basically in this action and reaction, in which the first one, I try to go for the sweep, so push her away, I sit, I try to switch the sleeves, she breaks, I switch to the single leg, she uses the knee to bring me down, I set the de la Riva, able now to control her sleeve since she pushes my leg, and we start over. Alright, so we're going to be doing this, people, for 2 minutes. Start step by step so you can understand the sequence and this becomes natural to you. As it becomes natural to you, then you guys can speed up in working with each other. Okay, 2 minutes, one of you on top, then you guys switch, whoever's on the bottom, get on top, and we're gonna work with today's position. Let's go, people. Okay, people, before I show today's position, I just want to talk a little bit about yesterday's class in which I showed single leg. Guys, in case you want to go straight for the single leg, that's also an option, alright? It might be sometimes a little bit harder. Let's say that I don't have this sleeve. If I want to go straight to the single leg, I just have to push her leg away, sit already here, switching my position, and using the same technique that we saw yesterday on the class, if I'm not mistaken, 109, 108, one of those two, okay, where I show a single leg. You can do this straight without trying the first sweep in the beginning, okay? But if you add the first sweep into the game, it's gonna make it easier to get this single leg because you're gonna get your opponent out of guard. A lot of the times as you try to push your opponent away like this, your opponent, as you switch, is already pushing you back, which breaks the single leg. Okay, so just wanted to mention this a little bit because I forgot to mention yesterday. So it's good for you guys to keep this in mind, that you can go straight for the single leg from the de la Riva, but if you first set the other sweep that we saw before in the beginning, it's gonna make this single leg work a lot better. All right, so let's see today's position, people. Okay, everyone, so we're gonna stick in the same area that we were before, and now what I'm going to do is repeat the first sweep that we saw from de la Riva on the class 107. So how is this gonna work? I'm already here with the de la Riva. Let's say that she's trying to push my leg away and I got the control of the sleeve, and just like we saw before, as I have her sleeve controlled, I'm controlling the other ankle as well. As I push her leg away, I'm gonna sit and switch the sleeve from one hand to the other hand. A lot of the times, people, when I start going for the sweep, I'm gonna have my opponent trying to bring the hand on the floor as an instinct. My opponent doesn't want to fall. But here, what can I do? As I have this position here and my opponent is resisting, I can take the advantage of the fact that my opponent has a hand on the floor, and here, this foot that I have on the floor, I'm going to step on her hip, okay? As I step my foot on her hip, I'm gonna keep all the grips that I have, the one on the collar and the one on the sleeve, and this foot that I have on the knee, I'm going to let go and throw over her shoulder. From here, I turn my shoulder and I'm already ending up on a super tight triangle and getting the finish, okay? So what I want to do is take advantage of the fact that my opponent is posting, and I'm gonna give up the foot that I have on the knee to throw over the shoulder and connect with the triangle. All right, so one more time. I'm here with Danya. I get the control of the sleeve. I'm gonna push her away, switch the grips, and now I start going for the sweep. Danya posts so she doesn't fall. I'm gonna keep the grips that I have, one foot on the hip. I'm going to extend my hip, throw my leg over her shoulder, close my triangle, and get the finish. Okay? One more time. So, you have my position, just like we did before, everyone. Push her knee away, I sit up, and switch the grips. Okay? From here, everyone, even if your opponent has the hand on the floor, this is not actually stopping the sweep from happening. If my opponent pulls on the floor and I keep pushing down, it's gonna work the same way, all right? I just can switch to a submission to make this a little bit faster. So from here, I switch the grips. As I pull my opponent and she pulls, step on the hip, hip up, throw the leg over the shoulder, closing the triangle and getting the finish. Alright, so just another option that you guys can use from this position. It works pretty well, alright? It's gonna catch a lot of people out of guard, a lot of people post to defend the position, so you can play a little bit with this, alright? Train with each other, everyone, but make sure that first you get the sweep, the first sweep that we saw on Wednesday on the class 107. Understood this one, then you try this variation so you can start building your game around, okay? Let's train a little bit, people. Okay, people, so just training the way we were training before. The main goal for the moment is to set the De La Riva and have a good control with. So just in this scenario in which I'm here inside Danya's close guard, I start standing up to break the guard. Before I'm able to break the guard, Danya's already setting her grips and making me play her De La Riva. Okay, so from here, guys, it's important for you to always have an answer to your opponent's attacks. So from here, for example, I break her grip, she pushes me away, she's controlling my collar, bringing me back. I try to break the grip on the collar, now she has the sleeve, and we're gonna be playing like this every time. Alright, so I'm here, I'm trying to break, she's pushing me away, bringing me back, I'm trying to push the leg away, she's going here with the single leg, exactly. She got the sweep, good for her. We go back to the beginning and keep working with each other, okay? First on top, offering resistance, but not 100%, so your opponent can play a little bit as well. 3 minutes on of you on top, then you switch. Then you add some rolls, and then I'm gonna suggest people keep working from the De La Riva, but switching positions as a regular roll would be, okay? Hope everyone's okay, hope you guys are doing fine. See you guys tomorrow, bye-bye.